Hey everyone, this is Derek here, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing every new and changed feature I've found so far in the PUBG Mobile 0.7.0 global beta. So this video isn't going to go super in depth into any of these changes. I'll be posting future videos on this channel going, like I said, more in depth into individual changes or features. This video is meant to just be an overview of everything found so far. And this is of course subject to change because the beta is going to continue over the course of the next couple weeks, and they may add or remove features, they may fix things. So I'll definitely just let you guys know as soon as I know, which means you should subscribe and turn on those notifications if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content coming soon. So the first change, and I'm going to jump around a little bit here just so I can demonstrate these new items and abilities and sorts of things. So a number of you asked, how do you get into training mode? Because that's what I want to show you for the first change. And all I'm doing is I'm clicking on the large plane icon underneath the start on the top left of the screen, and then on the left side of your screen here you'll see training is the middle button, so we'll go ahead and tap on that now. So this is going to take us to the training island, training mode, where you can't be killed. You can try out a bunch of different weapons and items. And for our first change, we're going to go ahead and just grab a couple weapons, and I'll take you to the new scopes. So there are now two new scopes in the game, a 3x which is fixed and a 6x which is adjustable. So the 3x scope looks something like this, and this is super useful. So I'll do another video just showcasing how to use these scopes, how to use the range finding on them, because they are super neat. The 3x is definitely one of my favorites. A 3x or a 4x is generally all you need in a game, and this 3x can really replace a 2x or even a red dot in most situations too for closer combat. So this guy is super useful. If you find one, definitely give it a try in a game, because I can almost guarantee you that you're going to like it. And next up, we've got the adjustable 6x scope. This is adjustable, very similar to the 8x, and you can switch between 3 and 6. So this makes this very useful for sniping as well as closer combat. I'd argue that it's more useful than the 8x in that regard, because 3x is less magnification than 4x obviously, and it's less enough that you can generally use the weapon more effectively in close combat. So for the next feature, we're going to go ahead. So that's the first change, the introduction of the 3x and the adjustable 6x scopes. And like I said before, I will definitely make a video showcasing those guys in greater detail for sure, because they are super cool. Next up, the next change is that ARs no longer support 8x scopes. So we have an M416, a very popular weapon. You can see that it takes the 6x scope, no problem. It takes up to a 6x, but the 8x, I can drag it on there and you see nothing happens. If I drag it to an MK14, which is a DMR, or like a designated marksman rifle, a sniper rifle of sorts, this guy, it goes on there perfect. But if we try to drag the 8x down to the M4 or any other AR, so that's like the M4, the M16, the AK, and the SCAR, they no longer accept 8x scopes. I'm glad, because I think this will give DMRs like the SKS, the MK14 more versatility, and you'll be more likely to want to use one of these instead of just using an AR for everything. Next, we have a new, speaking of DMRs, we have a new 7.62 rifle over here. Let's see if we can find it. There it is, the SLR rifle. The SLR is a beast. This thing is super sweet. It can of course take up to an 8x scope, so we can drag the 8x over to there. This is a DMR, or a longer range rifle. That's what it's meant for. It is single shot only. However, it does a ton of damage. It does more damage than the SKS, and I'll probably do a feature video on this showcasing how much damage it does, what the drop off is, and all that, because it's a super useful weapon. Just know if you find one of these guys, it just owns. They may nerf it in the future, but for now, it's basically one of the best DMRs. It's pretty cool. So, and Now we also have, so I'll talk about that more in a future video too, of course. You see the recurring theme by now. Next, we've got skins for cars, bikes, boats, bags, and helmets. So I think to showcase that, we'll go out into the lobby and I'll show you in the inventory screen where that is. So we'll go ahead and tap on inventory, and then we'll tap down over here to weapons, tap down one more time. And this is where these guys are. They aren't released yet. We don't know what they are going to look like, but just know that there will be skins for cars, bikes, boats, bags, so backpacks, and helmets. And we're assuming that these work very much the same way as the plane skins, where the person with the highest Royal Pass level or the highest Royal Pass ranking will get to choose for the entire match what sorts of skins you see. So that's my understanding at least. Next, we have form a clan. This hasn't been enabled yet. We don't really know how it's going to work, but I assume that a clan is going to be similar to like a guild in other games. So it'd be easier to talk to those people, to set up matches, to request that you want to be in a match with them in the future. There might be some additional like messaging options and stuff. So that will be pretty cool, and we'll have to see how that's implemented because right now we don't have too much information on it. Next, we've got a new arcade mode called War Mode, and you can see here that this guy for me is unlocked between 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. It depends on your time zone, of course. War Mode will definitely be making videos on this. Basically, you parachute in with a weapon, you get points for killing other people. If you die, you're not out, you respawn after a timer. And there are a ton of other changes too, a ton of other neat features of War Mode, but I'll go more into depth with that in a future video because it's definitely one of my favorite arcade modes. I played it quite a bit on the Chinese version of the game because that got War Mode in 0.7.1, which was released about a month or so ago, and it's a lot of fun. So next, we've got the portable closet. This is something that will go back into training mode to showcase, and I already made a video on this, so I'll link that probably in the video description. But the portable closet is fun. I think it's also tactical in a way. I think we could use it to our advantage, especially if you find a ghillie suit. So basically, I won't even get close, I'll just show you. So basically, if you go down to this tab, you'll see on the bottom that you have multiple item sets that you can carry at the same time with you in a game. I was using this, number one, I put a ghillie suit on my number one, and then number two was like city clothes. So if I was in the city, I could use those clothes. If I was out in the forest of Erangel, then I could switch to the ghillie suit and be more difficult to spot. So I think that's a fun new feature. We also have more emotes unlocked. So we'll take a look at what those guys are. Here we go. This is a very low level character, and now we have 6 unlocked by default. So you know what? I was showing you them in game there, but let's take a look on the inventory screen and see what they actually are. So we're going to go down here and see if we can find them. There they are. So we've got Dance 3. All right. This guy's dancing in his underwear. We've got Greet. Hello there. Hello. We also have the finger pointing one that doesn't want to get selected right now. Let's see. I am tapping on them and nothing is happening. So, oh, there we go. We've got a nod now. All right. Just going to keep tapping on them. And it seems like they kind of freeze. So this is probably just some optimization issue with the beta. We've got clap. I think that's a wave. And then this is like a finger pointing one. There it is. Follow the right people to victory. So if you like emotes, just know that more may be unlocked by default. This may just be for the beta for people to test them, or by default you might get more emoji or emotes, because currently in 0.6.1, the current global version, the only way to get emote is to get the elite royal pass and then to level that up. That's like the only way really to get more than a couple. So what else do we have? We have new grips. This will also be a video because they are confusing as heck. But you have new grips. We had the angled and the vertical, which I made a video on a long time ago now, or it feels like a long time ago. Now we have some new grips though. We have the thumb grip, the half grip, and the light grip. And some of these are really useful, some of them aren't. So just know that there are 3 new grips. If you see them around the map, that's what they are. And like I said, look out for a video in the future where I go more into depth, because I think we need like 10-15 minutes to really talk about exactly what these do and talk about different spray patterns with weapons and just go into that. So we also have a redesigned lobby UI. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that now maybe. And I made a video about this user interface that was updated with this beta update. So you can see this looks totally different than your main menu screen in 0.6.1. I think that it's going to take some getting used to, but I do think it looks cleaner. I think there's room for improvement. And I'm curious what your thoughts are. So this is the new lobby user interface. Next, we have a new like button in the profile beside the avatar. So see if we can figure out what that is. You can see that down there underneath Not Derek G, top left of the screen. You've got 0 likes. I'm not really sure what that's going to do, but it's there. So it's a good time to say, if this video is helping you out, definitely give this video a like, because on YouTube it helps the channel grow. But in game, I'm not really sure what it does. So next we have the reason that marksman rifles are so useful, DMRs. I was talking about those before. We'll go down there now and we'll take a look at them. They are these guys, the SKS, VSS, Mini 14, MK14, and the new SLR. And the reason they're so useful, besides the fact that they're very powerful, is that now they take magazines from ARs. So I'll show you, this works for all these guys. So let's talk about the Mini 14, because that's a weapon that a lot of people like. You can put an extended magazine. Of course, the default capacity is, or standard capacity is 20 rounds. With an extended, it goes up to 30. That's a lot. But you can now use an extended for a AR or an extended for a sniper. So that makes these more versatile in outfitting them, and is overall just super useful. So that's something that's new. You can now, let's go back here, you can now give yourself a title. So very similar to giving yourself a flag, you can now give yourself a title in the game. So let's call him High Roller Not Derek G. Oh, it's coming soon though, I can't select it yet. Oh well, let's see, Weapon Master, any of these selectable? Nope, they're still coming soon. But just know that titles do exist and they are exciting, I guess. I don't know, I guess I'm not that excited, but I'm gonna pretend to be. Yay, titles. The flags are cool, so. Next we have a toggle to change the voice in the quick chat settings. So if we go to our quick chat settings, and this was in my my other video where I explained the new changes. So if we go down to quick chat, the changes in the settings menu screen, you can see that now you can select a voice. Only the default is there, but it would be fun to hear "Let's go" in a British accent. So we'll see what happens there, of course. What else do we have? I think we're getting there. We don't have too many more left. We've got an invite friends or team to play via the WhatsApp or Facebook apps now. So now once you link a social network or connect to WhatsApp, WeChat, Facebook, you can now invite people from those sources instead. So there's the clan tab. So like I said, clan, I feel like that's going to be like a guild in other games, but we'll have to see. We also can add friends by suggestions and search with filters like tier, language, and flags. So now if you want to search for some friends, we'll go here, go over to the friends tab. Let's see how you do this actually. There we go. So add friend. There we, perfect. Now you get suggestions based on their language, their country, their rank, and you can also sort them by tier. So I don't think there's going to be anybody in diamond yet because this is just a beta, but let's see if there's anybody in, there's got to be somebody in gold for sure. No player found. Okay, so language none. I'll switch to English. Let's try that again. Nope, not yet. So you can search though. You can search. It makes it easier to find people by ranking and by language and flag and stuff. So that's a good thing to see come to the game for sure. The adrenaline syringe. So I'm not sure if I can showcase this. It was though in my video. I had one in my inventory in that video I did on the portable closet. You saw an adrenaline syringe in my backpack. I got that just from a house. It's just a world drop. It's a pretty rare world drop, but it's a world drop, and that's pretty cool because the adrenaline syringe, of course, gives you 100 boost. It maxes out your boost, and it's just a great item overall, and one that many people just never got to experience because it was crate only and very rare even in crates to find. So that's a fun change. We've got the character head now actually moves, so we'll go back into training to show you that. When you use the free look tool or the eyeball tool, I don't know, people call it either thing, when you look around in game now, your character's head actually follows where you're looking. So you can see as I look that way, he moves that way. As I look that way, the character head follows. And it makes it more realistic. It doesn't really do anything else, but I don't know, like I said, it looks cooler. So just know that that does exist. There's now a tab that shows you the outfits of your friends when you're visiting their profile. So we'll have to take a look at how well that works. We'll go into the lobby again. Perhaps we'll add one of these guys. We've got some friend requests probably from that other video. So let's see if we've got anybody in bronze 1. Man, this person's been playing a lot. So I will add him. And now let's see if we can figure out how to do this. So we'll tap on him maybe. And then outfits. There we go. So now you can see what this guy's wearing. See, oh man, he's got the aviator sunglasses already. Cool. Got a shirt. He's got some Velcro trainers. M416 is what he's carrying. No pants though, and no head cosmetic item on his head. So there you have it. That is that. And finally, the last thing, and this is going to be very difficult to showcase on my own. So this will definitely make its way into another video too. This won't be a whole video, but it will be in there because you really need teammates to show it. But you can now use boost items in a vehicle. So no boost items in training mode because you can't take damage, but just pretend that I am driving along here. Pretend that somebody else is driving for a second. If I'm in the back seat like this, I can be using a painkiller or a adrenaline syringe or an energy drink without them having to stop. And this makes sense because if you're not driving, I mean, even if you are driving, I guess in real life, but if you're not driving in real life, you can definitely chug an energy drink while you're sitting in the passenger seat. So I'm excited about that because I think that, you know, just for realism, it makes sense. And it also makes cars a little more useful because you can boost up while you're fairly safe driving around in one and get your heals on without having to worry about, you know, like stopping somewhere awkward and then healing up quick and then driving and opening yourself up to fire while the vehicle is stationary. So there you have it. There's every change so far that I know of in the PUBG Mobile 0.7.0 beta. If this list sounded familiar, it was posted on the Reddit, so a big thank you to whoever posted it on there. I'm not entirely sure what your username was, but that's what I based this off of, and I do appreciate you guys contributing to the community. So if this video helped you out, definitely give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends because it really helps the channel grow. And like I said before, if you're interested in PUBG Mobile, interested in more videos on the beta, now's a good time to say subscribe and turn on those notifications because I'll be posting a ton more content in the coming days on this topic. My name's Derek G. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, either PUBG Mobile 0.7.0, the new beta, or 0.6.1, the current release.